Today I'm going to be sharing with you an advanced method on overcoming the two most common objections that we get while selling final expense insurance remotely over the phone. The first one, I need to think about it, or can I think about it, or can I get a couple of days to think about it? They're going to do that. And the second one, I need to speak with my children first, or my daughter first, or my spouse first, or somebody first. And let's start with, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're a new viewer. We're putting out insurance sales content and final expense sales training videos just like this one, like all the time. I believe during your presentation, throughout the script, you should be addressing the potential objections up front. Very, very important. However, no matter what you do, we know that we're still going to get the objections from most people after we've given them the price and we've gone in for the close. So this is very important. This is all about perception. The biggest fail that an agent can have is when they go into a presentation thinking to themselves, please don't give me an objection, just buy the insurance. Guys, the simple fact is, you will have a client whose children will be telling them, Mom, Dad, you need the insurance, please, this is very, very important. And then they will set an appointment to speak with you. They'll tell you during the presentation, at the beginning of the presentation, they'll say something like, yeah, my kids are telling me I need to do this. And then 40 minutes later, they'll still use the children as an excuse not to buy and give you multiple objections. This is normal. Guys, you have to understand, these folks are being told, never give out your information. Don't give out your social security number to anybody. Don't give out your checking account number to anybody. Don't trust anybody. There's scams out there like crazy. Things aren't the way they were, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Think about it. Back then, a salesman would routinely, when I was growing up as a child, it was normal to have somebody come knocking on the door to sell like everything from silverware to encyclopedias, we've seen that, to like cable TV. This was the norm. And back then, if it seemed like it made sense, you simply bought it. That's just how things were. Nowadays, everything is different. Even the most interested people who absolutely need the insurance are going to give you, the people that end up being your best clients, are going to give you multiple objections. And before I get into the video, guys, if you would like a copy of the telesales rebuttals cheat sheet, just stick around till the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to get this for yourself. Bottom line is, we know that we're going to get the I need to think about it, or I need to speak with my kids first objection, no matter what happens in most cases. So when that happens, you want to do two simple things. First, agree with them. Simple as that. Second, you need to take this as an opportunity to build value in the product. Look, and here's what you really want to do. So let's say that you're going to put this client with a specific carrier based on a specific health condition that carrier will approve that client by. So what I do and what our agents do is they put together a cheat sheet for every single product. So example, Royal Neighbors. So if you're any product you sell, you want a cheat sheet. Now, here's the thing. In that cheat sheet, like a lot of information about the company. When they started, how old they are, their financial strength, their rating through AM Best, and I would even have a separate cheat sheet on AM Best just to talk about them. If the company is big enough, have notes on maybe like how many employees they have, how much life insurance that they have in force and sell every year. Then maybe like at the bottom have like more notes on like the company's riders, the ones that come with the policy, and even the additional add-on riders that are available. You want a lot to talk about. You want to load them up with information. So now, when the prospect says that they do need to think about it, simply agree with them and then give them something to think about. Build value in the product that you're selling by simply digging into your notes and sharing information on the company and product that you're selling. You want to at least spend like no less than 5 minutes talking about like the company itself and how important AM Best is and their rating and what that's about, why that's so important, and remind them that you're not going to take a payment today. You got to bring that up. We're going to set that up for later. And then say something like, can I make a suggestion? Bring them back to the bottom, like the bottom option, the lowest price you've given them, or if you've only given them one option, give them that option as a starting point and remind them that they can always increase the insurance later. They can always add more later. But at least now they've got a starting point, and they're not going to end up leaving their kids hanging on the line when it comes time to, pay for their financial obligations, the funeral. And that's really what this is, guys. Don't kid yourself. When I pass away, me leaving my kids hanging with the debt and everything, that's just not cool. That's pretty shady if you really think about it. And that's common. That's what a lot of people do. All right, so you've overcome that objection. You've spent 10 minutes talking about the product, you've gone back to reclose, and now they're giving you a second objection. Well, I love it. It sounds great, but I still got to talk to my daughter first. Look, pull out that cheat sheet again, agree with them again, of course, first, then get into the riders, talk about everything from what's coming with the policy to the additional add-on reminders. Remind them again that you're not taking a payment today, and also remind them why you're talking. Remind them that the family, the kids, whoever the beneficiary is, the spouse, this is about not leaving them hanging, not leaving them stuck with the bill, and then go back and reclose. And if they still won't budge, then you might have a trust issue. Aha. Now, this is when you want to text them like what I do, what our agents do, is they'll text a copy of the insurance license, maybe a copy of the driver's license, and then you do your personal commercial. What's a personal commercial? A personal commercial is basically a 2 to 3 minute short story about you, about what you do, about how you help people, why you love doing what you do, and how important your job is helping folks. And if this doesn't work, if all else fails, FaceTime, use WhatsApp. Some people even Skype or Zoom, and talk with them face to face. You'd be surprised how they change their tune, so to speak, once they actually see that you're a normal person just like them. Guys, this strategy, it really, really works well. And I know it takes practice, it takes time, it takes work. You got to work on yourself. You really, really do. You've got to build up your skill set. But when you do, dealing with objections the way that I just explained, that I just showed you, is exactly how my best agents, how some of the highest producing agents in the industry are doing this. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you'd like a copy of the telesales Overcoming Objections and Rebuttals cheat sheet that I mentioned back at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on working with our agency, having access to the remote platform where you can actually get 20 to 30 appointments every single day, just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get that headset on and do something good for someone else today. Happy hunting.